What's good, everybody on YouTube? This is your boy Akil McLeod back with another video, and today I'm going to share some of my favorite sales from Poshmark in the month of June. Now this is going to be more of like a highlight reel because, as you guys know, I share my weekend sales just about every weekend for the past 2 or 3 months now, but I just want to share some of my sales that I made over $40 on. And why over $40 is kind of like a big deal to me, because the majority of my sales on Poshmark is like $19 or $29, and of course sometimes less than that. And that's mainly because the Poshmark market, at least in my opinion, they're always looking for a deal. They don't want to spend too much money, but anytime I make a sale over 40 bucks, I'm usually always super hype about it. So I figured I might as well share those sales with you guys. And one thing that you're going to realize about my sales in the month of June is that a lot of my sales, like my higher end sales, are all coming from outlets. And as you guys know, I'm a thrifter. I do a lot of trip to the thrift videos, but lately I've been doing a lot of outlet shopping, and that's probably going to be where a lot of my sales are going to be coming from for the next few months, only because I've been doing so much outlet shopping. So that's definitely something that you guys should be doing, because thrift stores are great, garage sales are great, some flea markets are great as well, but when you're shopping at outlets, you can always get brand new with tags items, and those are the stuff that people are going to be looking for over the next few months, especially as we approach fourth quarter. And I've been saying it like crazy, I'm preparing for fourth quarter now more than I ever prepared for in the past. And that's one mistake that I made a couple years ago when I first started. I didn't prepare for it. I didn't know what would be selling, but now I have a better idea of that, and I've been just stacking up a ton of stuff for fourth quarter. So be on the lookout for those sales as well. But like I said, this is going to be a highlight reel, and without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so first up is this pair of UGG sneakers for men, and these were actually in a size 12, the only size 12 that I was able to pick up. And I purchased a bunch of these from the UGG outlet. These were actually only for $12, and it was like a one-day sale, but there were so many resellers there that I was afraid to pull the trigger on too many because I knew the sell-through rate would be kind of slow. But now that I'm looking back, I probably should have just took a bigger gamble and purchased a lot more of these, especially since people will be looking for these type of sneakers within the next few months, especially fourth quarter, back to school. But I mean, it is what it is. Learn from my mistakes. If you guys come across a really good bargain, definitely just take full advantage of that. Next is another pair of UGG sneakers from the same outlet, and this was the same day. I purchased a few of these, like I said. This was just another colorway, and this one is actually, in my opinion, this one is a lot better. But like I said, I probably should have purchased some more, took a bigger gamble. But next time, if I come across a good deal, trust me, I would not pass up on it. Next is another pair of shoes that I got from the Adidas outlet, and I made a video on this specific hole, so you guys can check that one out and get some hints and tips on how to do some outlet shopping yourself, because I do believe after a certain point, especially if you're a thrifter like myself, after a certain point, especially during the fourth quarter, you're going to realize that your brand new with tags items are just going to sell a lot faster because people are looking for stuff, especially for back to school. And then as the holidays come around, they're shopping for gifts for themselves and others. So people are mostly going to prefer brand new with tags. And just going to outlets is going to be a really good way to get brand new with tags items at a decent price. I paid 20 bucks a piece for these, and this was definitely a home run. And I sold about 8 pairs of these this month. I sold 3 in the blue colorway and 5 in the white colorway, and I'm down to my last 2. I think I'm down to my last 2 now, 1 in each colorway. So I'll definitely link the video for that so you guys can learn how to do some more outlet shopping. Next is this Adidas Chelsea soccer jersey, and this one sold for 59 bucks. And I love picking up jerseys because, especially at garage sales, sometimes I might get this for like 2 bucks, and depending on the name and the style, sometimes I might be able to, you know, flip this for a ton of profit like this one. And a few things to be on the lookout for when it comes to flipping jerseys. There's a ton of fakes on these, so you got to make sure that it's authentic, and this is a really good thing to be on the lookout for, especially with these older soccer jerseys. Adidas has like a hologram on most of them. And another good thing to be on the lookout for too is on the back of these jerseys, you're going to see a name most of the time. Sometimes you will, sometimes you won't. But you always want to Google the name on the back, because sometimes people get custom made jerseys with their name put on the back, and those jerseys still sell, but not for a ton of profit. So be on the lookout for that as well. That's just something to be cognizant of. Next is this Patagonia Synchita fleece, and these usually sell for way more money when it's colder. Right now, I think I got the most money I could get, probably 40, maybe 50 bucks for this. If you guys have some similar, I'll probably list it for around that price. This one actually did have a flaw. It looked like somebody was trying to iron this or something, but it looked like there was a small like iron burn on this. So I got 40 bucks for this, but I paid I think $5 for this sweater. So really good flip for me. I wasn't mad at all about this. I believe I got this from a garage sale as well. Next is this pair of Adidas Ultra Boost, and this was actually for kids, so I wasn't expecting a ton of profit. But this one sold for 62 bucks. And if it was for women's or maybe men's and in this condition, I probably could have got maybe 80 or 90. Because Ultra Boost don't sell for as much as they used to. They're not as hyped anymore. But since this was for kids and it was practically brand new, worn one time, I got 62 bucks. So I wasn't complaining about that. Next is this pair of Nike Zoom Direct golf shoes. And these, I picked these up from Marshall's. These were, I believe, 30. No, these were, I think, 20 bucks in Marshall's. Either 19.99 or 29.99. And I picked these up. I picked up 4. I had some in a size 10.5 and some in a size 9.5. And both of my 10.5 sold. So this one sold for 59, this one sold for 60. So if you guys are in an area where you know, I do a little bit of everything. I hit thrift stores, I hit flea markets, I hit every possible place that I can source. I try to go to those pretty often. So this was from Marshall. Some this stuff was from garage sales and thrift stores. But you guys can definitely do the same. And anytime people say my area sucks for sourcing, that most of the time people just aren't thinking out of the box. You just gotta, you know, use your resources, use Craigslist, use Facebook Marketplace, because there's always an opportunity for you to flip something and just make some money. Next is this pair of Nike Air Max 97s, and I actually was wearing these for quite a while, but for most of you guys out there that know, Air Max 97s aren't like the most comfortable shoes. So I wore these a few times to the gym, but after a while I was like, okay, I can let these go. So I sold these for 64 bucks. I was asking 69. But I believe I got this from a Buffalo Exchange for maybe 20 bucks a while ago. But like I said, I purchased them a while ago and I wore them, and they were kind of dirty when I picked them up. They're not in the best condition, but they were in worse condition. So I'll link a video on how to clean shoes, because I did 2 videos on that in the past, just in case you guys come across some shoes that are pretty dirty. Next is a pair of Allen Edmonds, and these were in really good condition. They had some scuffs on the front, but I had some black shoe polish and I was able to buff these out. And I picked these up from a thrift store for I think $7 or $8. This was in a trip to the thrift where I picked up like 5 or 6 pairs of Allen Edmonds shoes in one day. So this was definitely a really good find for me. So if you guys come across Allen Edmonds shoes, do the research. There's always a name in Allen Edmonds shoes, so you can just do a quick eBay check or Google check, because every pair of Allen Edmonds doesn't sell for a ton of money. Next was a bundle, and I don't sell a ton of bundles, and I'll tell you guys why. When it comes to bundles, most people will try a bundle with just one item because they want a discount, or they would try to get 2 items for the price of 1, and that just doesn't fly with me. But in this particular bundle, the person had 4 items and they were asking like a ridiculous price, and then they asked me if they were able to take out 1 item, would I give them a deal. So after everything was all priced out, basically this would have been like $133 or $138, something like that, and I gave them like an $18 discount, which is pretty fair for me. But all these items, this was a Polo Ralph Lauren shirt that usually would sell for about 15 to 20 bucks. This was a vintage Fila jersey, and this was really like the pride and joy of the bundle because this was super rare. And then another pair of Polo sweatpants. And the Polo stuff are stuff I usually pass on, but I got it for such a good price. I think maybe $2 a piece, that I just couldn't pass on it. And plus it was in a really good size, so that's something to be on the lookout for with Polo Ralph Lauren. But all in all, I made some decent profit because altogether everything, it was probably less than $10. Next is this pair of Uggs, and this was also from the Ugg outlet haul. I have a ton of these. I believe I sold maybe 4 or 5 of these this month, and it's been a slow move. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a very slow move. I have very small sizes, but those that are sending solid offers, I'm always accepting it. So I sold these from anywhere between $50 to $45. I think I even accepted an offer for 40 bucks on these too. Like I said, outlet hauls are probably one of the best things for you guys to be doing, especially if you have the money. I've been doing this like thrifting thing for a while. So I just kind of saved up my profits, and then I started putting that money into outlet hauls. So you guys are still going to see, you know, regular trip to the thrifts, but trust me, I've been doing a lot more outlet shopping over these past few months. Next is a pair of Nike Phantom indoor soccer cleats, and I purchased these from Marshalls as well for only 20 bucks, and these sold within 2 weeks. And I ended up finding another pair the other day in a size 9.5. and I currently have those listed for the same price. So hopefully those sell soon, because right now is soccer season, so people are looking for indoor cleats or outdoor cleats. Next is this pair of Teva boots, and I was expecting these to sell during the fall, but they ended up selling this month. They ended up selling in June, so this was a pretty good flip for me. Honestly, maybe fourth quarter I may have gotten some more money for this, but I only paid five bucks for these boots, so this was definitely a good flip. And these are actually a pair of samples, so I mean, I'm not sure if this was actually like a very rare shoe, but I do come across a ton of UGG samples, Teva samples, anything from the Deckers outlet, the Deckers company. I always find a ton of samples because they're in my area. Next is this Lululemon gym bag, and I had this in the inventory for a very long time, and I finally ended up listing it for, I believe, 49 bucks, and I got a best offer of 40, and of course I accepted that. Next up is this Patagonia R1 hoodie, and these Patagonia hoodies, I come across Patagonia all the time, and this one sold for 43 bucks. Of course, if we were in the fall or winter, it might have sold for some more money, but 43 bucks for a hoodie I paid maybe $2 or $3 for, I'm not mad at that at all. And last but not least is this pair of Keen Newport sandals, and Keen is one of those brands to be on the lookout for. I've been selling a ton of their sports sandals and water shoes and stuff like that. Even if it's kid sizes, I'm still picking it up right now because it's summertime and people are looking for these type of things. So be on the lookout for these, especially their hiking boots. I usually make maybe 50 to 60 bucks on their boots, sometimes even more. But Keen is definitely a good brand to be on the lookout for. And like I said, right now is the time to sell them because people are actively searching for these. Alright y'all, that's all I got for today's video. So if you guys enjoyed that one, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.
Causing thunder lately, so lend a heart with no repayment. My interest rate is lower, ain't it? The side of